Guys, and welcome to my EMDR sessions week 5. So today was an interesting one, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm feeling hormonal and sad, but at the end I was just feeling really tired. And there's always something you have to do for yourself after the session that's nice for yourself. That isn't to do with food, because obviously some people use food as a way of dealing with their emotions. And I said I was going to have a nap, and I felt exhausted. But I think having a nap after the session was actually the perfect thing to do, because obviously the EMDR, the eye movement desensitization, is representing your REM, your sleep, and what your eye does within your sleep, and it accesses the hippocampus, and I can't remember the other part of the brain. I'll put it below. She gave me all the details on day 1. I'm still a bit tired now, actually. It was a lovely session because our first one, I had an experience in the past that left me feeling insignificant. Now, it relates to quite a lot of things, and funnily enough, body image came up today, and she said it's like a bowling ball. So when you hit a bowling ball and it strikes loads of skittles, you're not just aiming for one, sometimes others can come out. So the body image stuff could be related to something else. And as a body confidence coach, I've done my own work and healing on that, but some of it could have come from feeling insignificant, right? Because I feel insignificant, I feel unworthy. A way of gaining worth and significance could be, well, I'm going to be a bodybuilder, I'm going to be great in the field of fitness, and I'm going to get loads of likes and followers. So it just explains to you why your body does certain things, right? You have these certain emotions, you have these trigger points from the past, and then certain behaviors, undesirable things like chasing body image, thinking if I have a six-pack, people will love me, I'll then be significant. So although that one doesn't bother me anymore, it was interesting that that skittle was still there. So the main thing for me, which actually came up at the end, was how I felt insignificant in my relationship. So I obviously attracted that because that's what I thought I was worth, right? If I feel insignificant and I feel that my thoughts and feelings are not worthy to be listened to, I'm going to attract someone that doesn't listen to my thoughts and feelings, right? And I'm going to have a self-fulfilling prophecy. The same way, if you're a victim, you're going to attract all these situations around you that reflect back to you that you are a victim, and you'll have a self-fulfilling prophecy. So healing your trauma is a nice way of turning the page to have a blank slate, and then you can move on to a beautiful future and attract people and things into your life that show you what you're worth, because you are fully worthy and deserving of having an amazing, empowered life, right? So am I, So today, after getting rid of the feeling of insignificance, so she asked on a scale of 1 to 10, and we get it right down, and you keep going until you don't feel it at all. So over this particularly traumatic event in my childhood, we removed that insignificance, and then we can start putting in the feeling of I am significant. As soon as insignificance is gone, there's some feeling of I am significant already there. So after that, you just solidify that, and you do the very slow EMDR where you're watching the thing. And that's what I found was quite tiring, just watching this dot move across the screen really slowly. But it was really beautiful to feel 7 was the highest number, 0 to 7, and to feel 7 out of 7 in significance. So although we've only done one particular memory and one particular statement, negative to positive, I'm really excited about the future and the other sessions that are coming, because one of them, although I hate to admit it, I believe it's in my shadow self, and that's because we're told in this world that jealousy is a negative feeling. I've had some jealousy in my previous relationship, and that's the kind of thing I know where it comes from, and I've worked on so much of it in terms of body confidence and body image, but there's something still popped up for me. So they're obviously still there, and you can only heal what you can feel, right? So if you allow yourself to feel the jealousy, know that it's something that needs working on, look at where it comes from, and then you can heal it with NLP, EMDR, these types of things. So I'm looking forward to healing that, because imagine a future without that, right? Whatever it is that's your issue right now, imagine healing. You weren't born that way, right? So at some point you learnt it, and whatever the trauma or the experience, the environment that you were brought up in, your parents' beliefs maybe, that were honed into you, whatever it was that happened that caused you to then believe it and attach meaning to that memory and continue to live a life of self-fulfilling prophecy where this thing keeps happening over and over and over and over, and now you believe it to be so true because it always happens to you, it always goes the same way, you're always treated the same way, right? You're a victim of your circumstances, you're a victim of your trauma. Just think of a life on the other side of that, where you could go back to how you were born, free. You were born free of these things. So, one thing I have to remember is to be patient and not rush, because it's week after week, processing, clearing out the negative and then putting in the positive. And so there's quite a few things I need to go, and I haven't even gone into the deep trauma yet. Like, these are just things that I would say aren't really that bad. However, if you look at the age I was, say for example I was 5, and if you look at a 5-year-old now, you think, you know, that 5-year-old didn't deserve that. That 5-year-old should have had this situation go this way. And if I was to reparent that 5-year-old now, I would do that in a very different way to how I've treated myself, and felt that I'm 41 now, I shouldn't be feeling these things because they happened at 5. You know, they're still there and they still pop up and they still manifest into your daily life. So my 5-year-old deserves love. My 5-year-old is significant and she is worthy, and healing her and that particular event and healing all the others is going to make Nicola 3.0 appear and live a fulfilling life. So yeah, obviously, and same with timeline therapy, right? We get rid of emotions from the past. We go through anger, sadness, fear, hurt and guilt in that order. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel anger, sadness, fear, hurt and guilt in the future. It means, obviously, if somebody dies, you're going to feel grief. There's a natural grieving process. There's natural sadness that happens. Same with me going through my breakup right now. There's natural emotions that come with it, and it's okay. I'm all right feeling my emotions. You know, you just have to ride the wave and let them go and not do things to distract yourself from them. But some of that will come from your behaviours and your beliefs, and come from past traumas. So that's it for today. If you're thinking about EMDR, this is just an informational video. I'm not telling anybody to have it, or NLP, or any other types of therapy, but I would recommend everybody have all types of therapy, really. But you do you. You listen to your doctor and you take the advice of whoever you want to listen to and make an informed decision for yourself. Bye for now.